Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to what is likely the final installment in Pizza's very difficult geography trivia playlist. It is the fifth quiz in the series, and I think he probably won't make another one for a while. So, yeah, I've enjoyed making this series. Hopefully, you guys have enjoyed watching it as well. I'll try to get the best score that I can on this quiz. I got 54 out of 70 in quiz number 3, which was my best finish so far. It's going to be hard to beat, I think, but you never know what might happen. And yeah, if you guys like this type of video, do let me know. Of course, there might not be anything left in this playlist, but if there's other stuff that you want me to try on JetPunk or anywhere else, then as always, feel free to suggest them in the comments. And if you are here from Brady by any chance, then welcome. And once again, if you have suggestions for things you would like me to do on the channel, then I am perfectly happy to listen. But let's jump in to the final, very difficult geography quiz. Turkmenistan's Darvaza gas crater, aka the Gates of Hell, is located in what vast desert, covering about 70% of the country. Desert covering Turkmenistan is the Karakum Desert, meaning black sand, I think. Home to over 100,000 giant tortoises, what large coral atoll in the Seychelles also boasts local populations of frigate birds and white-throated rails. The one with the tortoises is called Aldabra Atoll, very ecologically interesting place. The works of architect Aleijadinho, such as the Church of St. Francis of Assisi, and can be observed in what Minas Gerais town, known for its preserved 18th century Baroque Portuguese-styled architecture and cobbled streets. Famous town in Minas Gerais makes me think of Ouro Preto. So hopefully that's what it is, and it is very nice. That means, I think, black gold. So yeah, a lot of black things so far in the quiz. The Baha'i World Center and the Baha'i Terraces that host the Shrine of the Bab are located in what seaport? The center of the Baha'i faith is Haifa in Israel. What Fijian city had, prior to the opening of the BAPS Sri Swaminarayan Mandir in Johannesburg, the largest Hindu temple in the southern hemisphere? This city is considered the center of Fijian Hinduism. I have no idea. It's probably not Suva. I hope it's like Lautoka, and it's not Lautoka. And I'm not sure I can name another city in Fiji, so that is unfortunate. Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, I should know at least a couple more, but I don't know cities in Fiji, so that's unfortunate. Neotropic and Indo-Malayan are examples of what broadest type of terrestrial division, of which there are 8. Not to be confused with biomes, these terrestrial divisions explain how barriers, such as oceans, deserts, and mountain ranges, have caused flora and fauna to evolve in isolation. What? What? Bioregion? I don't know what the heck this is. Biozone. I don't have the slightest idea what this is. The result of an 1877 flood that shifted the river's course. What exclave is the only Iowa municipality situated on the west bank of the Missouri River? Gotta love good old Carter Lake. What sans serif typeface has a name derived from a Salishan word for Mount Rainier? What? In the world? How the heck am I gonna get this? Arial. I feel like there's like a million different fonts. I don't... Word for Mount Rainier. How am I supposed to get this? There's gotta be some kind of like... The fact that it's the name for a mountain makes me think... Like there's gotta be some way to get this, but I don't know a lot of fonts in general. Should I know this? Is this obvious? I don't understand. I have no idea. The 4.5 kilometer long Nazi era building complex of Prora is located on what island? In Civilization 5, Prora is featured as a wonder that can be built by civilizations that have adopted autocracy. You know it's hard when there's a Civ 5 clue to like try and help you. Museum Island. Oh boy. I mean, we're in Germany, presumably. Maybe. I mean, we might not even be in Germany, but... Like, what are islands in Germany? Like Sylt or Rügen? Rügen, wow, that's crazy. Okay, nice. Just guess German islands. Spanning parts of Courbevoie, Nanterre, and Puteaux, what is Europe's largest purpose-built business district? It notably features several glass and steel skyscrapers, including a Grande Arche that bears the name of this district. It's called La Défense. It is just to the northwest of Paris, I believe. Named for its crescent shape and glow, what is the name of the estuary in Istanbul that separates the historic old city from the rest of the European side? Wow. What? Moon. Crescent shape and glow. Moonlight. I have no idea. The 8th Shia Imam is referenced in the name of what Iranian province? This Imam's mausoleum is located in Mashhad and constitutes one of the holiest sites in Shia Islam. Mashhad is in Razavi, Khorasan, so like Razavi. Do I just say Razavi, Khorasan? Okay, nice. Athens, cheap sea. I guess it did say what province, so yes, that is what you say. Athens is chief. I cannot read. Chief seaport of Piraeus is located on what gulf, which is bounded by the Attica and Argolis peninsulas. The decisive 480 BC naval battle of Salamis occurred in this body of water. Is it just the Gulf of Corinth? No, it is not. It is the other side of that, which is a problem. Because once again, I don't know what this is called. Am I going crazy, or is this quiz harder than the previous ones? I have zero idea what this is. Unless it's I mean, the Battle of Salamis is just, I don't know. It's named after an island. It's in the body of water, but what the heck is it called? Gulf of... No, I don't have a clue. The site of a brutal armed conflict between Morocco and Spain during the 1920s, what mountainous and culturally distinct region in northern Morocco is home to a Berber group that speaks the Tarifid language? Is this what the reef is? Good. Known for its historical matchstick industry, what is the largest city located on Lake Vättern? Okay, so this is the second largest lake in Sweden. Is it like Jönköping? Good. Honiara is located on what most populous island of the Solomon Islands? It was the site of a pivotal World War II campaign that is considered the first major Allied offensive against Japan. Should be Guadalcanal. Guadalcanal. Ornamented by 41,000 enameled steel discs and shades of blue, green, and gray cladding the spheres, like the mosaic Islamic patterns. So are described per UNESCO water towers located in what city? Water towers? What? Samarkand? Baghdad? I don't know. This could be literally any city. Damascus, Aleppo. I guess I'm just supposed to know what the water towers are. I've never heard of this before. So this is going to be a problem. I mean, I could guess every city in the like Arab world, but that seems like it would take forever. So probably not going to do that. The stratovolcano, also called Mount Egmont, is officially referred to by what indigenous name? It's called Taranaki, on the North Island of New Zealand. El Yunque Forest, Culebra, and Plaza Las Delicias are some of the landmarks featured on an edition of Monopoly, named for what location? What? Chichen Itza. Mexico City. Is it gonna be a city? El Yunque Forest. It's probably not a... Costa Rica. I don't know what these things are. Like, at all, so... This is probably gonna be pretty hard for me to figure out. Andes. No. Is this Panama? Oh, Panama is in the quiz. And it is a different question. Okay, cool. Great. Yeah, totally meant to do that. I don't know. I feel like maybe this is like easy and it's going over my head, but I don't have the slightest idea what this is. What third largest island in the Maluku archipelago was the former site of a notorious political prison camp for intellectuals? Pramudia Anantatur wrote a 4-volume historical epic named after this island while he was imprisoned there. Halmahera? No. Ambon? Or Teluk or whatever it's called? No. Oh no. Okay, so I haven't studied the Kabupaten of Maluku in forever, and I never remember them because they don't have street views, so they're not like relevant to GeoGuessr, which means I think, going to forget the name of this. I think it's the one that's like roughly circular, but I don't remember the name of it. I think it has like four letters. That or it's the like really long horizontal one, but I don't remember the name of Saram? Dang it. Saram is the long one. I think it's like the round one, but I have no clue what it's called. Maybe I can come up with it later, but it's not coming to me now. A small Gothic mansion on the Isle of Mull, Scotland, was the namesake of a fort that later evolved into which modern day city. The city is located at the confluence of the Bow and Elbow rivers. No idea. Aberdeen, Dundee, Kilmarnock. It's not Glasgow. It's not Edinburgh. Um, what else could this be? I don't think it's Inverness. Yeah. It's a city, huh? Not even a town? Isle of Mull. What even is the Isle of Mull? I hope we are actually in Scotland. Is it ever not in Scotland? Maybe it's not in Scotland. No, but the fort evolved. Surely it is, right? What are other cities in Scotland? I just feel like there aren't that many other prominent ones. Hamilton? I can't think of it. The current geological age, beginning approximately 4,200 years ago, is named for what Indian state? A stalagmite in this state's Maumlu cave provided chemical evidence of a 200-year mega drought at the onset of this age. Isn't it like Megalion or something? Nice, yeah. The idyllic crescent-shaped Bai Kem Beach is located on what Vietnamese island? Known for its sprawling resorts and soaring tourism industry, in 2021 this island was formally established as the first island city in Vietnam, allowing for more local autonomy. Probably Phu Quoc. Good. I can't name another Vietnamese island. What Coahuila city is separated by the Nasas River from Gomez Palacio, Durango? Um, Torreon? Nice. What singular term refers to any large-scale design created on the ground using materials like stones, gravel, and earth? Notable examples include the Atacama Giant in Chile, the Blythe Intaglios in California, and the Mari Man in Australia. Large-scale design on the ground. Geoglyph or something? Oh, that's actually right. Nice. Cerquier is the Norman dialect spoken on what car-free island? The International Dark Sky Association designated this location as the world's first dark sky island due to its strict light management. Wow. Is it Sark? Nice. Okay, Cerquier, I was like, that sounds like Sark. I was thinking it was in France, and then I realized, wait, like we could just be in the Channel Islands, and we are. The Spanish name of the French king, who was the patron saint of King Philip II of Spain, and the Bolivian town whose mines were the most significant source of silver during the Spanish colonial era. Give us, when combined, the name of what other city? Oh, that's interesting. So Potosi is the one in Bolivia, so presumably it's San Luis Potosi in Mexico. Very cool. What Chilean archipelago in the Drake Passage technically constitutes South America's southernmost point? It was named for the Spanish sailor who piloted the Garcia de Nodal expedition that verified the Cape Horn route as a link between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. Archipelago in the Drake Passage. Wow, that's crazy. I do not know. Maybe I should, but I don't. Pyeongchang, the host of the 2018 Winter Olympics, is located in what mountain range that forms the rugged backbone of the Korean Peninsula? I believe they're called the Taebaek Mountains. I'm not super sure how to pronounce it, but that. What term refers to the artificial islands built on lake beds by Mesoamerican civilizations such as the Aztecs, called floating gardens due to their appearance? These rectangular plots acted as a sustainable self-watering system, enabling multiple harvests per year. Sadly, I'm not going to remember the name of these either. I have heard of these, but yeah, this is not going to happen, sadly. What capital of Dalarna lends its name to the traditional deep red iron oxide paint used on wooden houses in Sweden and other Nordic countries? I think it's Falun. Good. What term of Russian origin refers to the sharp, irregular snow ridges formed by wind erosion and deposition, often resembling wavy dunes? That is crazy. I have absolutely no idea. One of the largest cities starting with the letter X outside of China and Mexico is what town with a repetitive name? Formerly called João Belo, the city's local attractions include an eponymous beach and a nearby coral reef. Is this what Chique Chique is? No. Oh, Shai Shai in Mozambique. Yeah, good. What is Chique Chique? That's like definitely a thing too. I don't remember where it is. I thought it was like in Brazil, but that's why I thought it was because Joao. But yeah, Mozambique works for that too. The 8 immortals of Chinese mythology are believed to live on a group of islands located in what body of water? A proposed undersea tunnel project across a strait named for this body of water would connect the Liaodong with the Shandong Peninsula. Is it like the Bohai Sea? Good. Now named for a Swedish monarch, what Caribbean territorial capital is recognized by its distinctive red roofs and 3 forts protecting its harbor, 2 of which are Fort Karl and Fort Oscar? Named for a Swedish monarch, is it Gustavia in Saint Barthélemy? Nice. The world's largest unbroken system of intertidal sand and mudflats is what body of water stretching almost 500 kilometers along the coast of the Netherlands, Germany, and Denmark? Should be the Wadden Sea. Located in Uttarakhand, what holy city on the Ganges is considered the yoga capital of the world? While its name is ultimately derived from Vishnu, the lord of the senses, the Sanskrit term for a sage in Indian religions may lead you to the correct answer. Is that like a guru? Is it like Gurugram? Or, Gujranwala? No. I'm not good with Indian cities. What's the one? What's the main city in Uttarakhand? Why can I not remember the name of that? Like Gurgaon? That's the same as Gurugram, I think. Which is like not even here. What's the... Oh, Dehradun is the main one, I think, but that's like not right. Yeah, I think it's something else maybe with Guru in it. But I don't know what it is. The strait known in ancient times as the Cimmerian Bosphorus, which represented the heart of the Greco-Scythian Bosporan kingdom, is today better known by which other name? The Taman Peninsula is located on the eastern shore of this strait. The Kerch, maybe? Good, yeah, so we are in the Black Sea. That's Crimea. The world's oldest functional Roman lighthouse is called the Tower of Hercules, as it was the alleged location where the eponymous hero slew the giant tyrant Geryon. This lighthouse is located on a peninsula at the entrance of which city's harbor? What? Like Gibraltar, is it? What in the world? Istanbul? Cadiz? What the heck is going on here? Tower of Hercules. Peninsula at the entrance to a harbor. What? Why do I not know this? This doesn't sound like Lisbon or... I mean, I would guess that we're in the Mediterranean, but I don't... Maybe, I mean, maybe not. Tunis, Tripoli, Algiers, Oran, Alexandria, Beirut, Rome, Palermo, Naples. Just guess every city. Genoa, Marseille, Nice, Barcelona. I am so confused. This doesn't feel like it should be that hard. But I have, like, no idea what it is. Okay. What sandstone mesa near Karima, Sudan was considered the sacred home of the god Amun in the center of the historical kingdom of Kush? Absolutely zero idea. What crescent-shaped sandbar, located about 300 kilometers southeast of Halifax, Nova Scotia, is famous for its wild horses? Known as the Graveyard of the Atlantic, this area has an estimated 350 recorded shipwrecks. I think this is Sable Island. Very nice. What is the largest city in Central America that is not a capital city? Before being overtaken by Caracas, the city had the unfortunate nickname of murder capital of the world. Should be San Pedro Sula in Honduras. Mainly spanning parts of counties Galway, Donegal, Kerry, and Cork. What nine-letter term refers to the areas in Ireland where the Irish language is the predominant community language? Should be Gaeltacht. I don't actually know how to pronounce it, but that. British archaeologist Kathleen Kenyon led the excavation of Tel es Sultan, an archaeological site near what city? Which city, rather, that is still inhabited today? The oldest known stone tower in the world, built around 8000 BCE, is part of the city's fortifications. Like, again, I don't know. Like, this could be a lot of things. This just doesn't feel. I mean, I could just guess a bunch of ancient cities and, like, hope that it works, like Jericho. Oh, okay. That is apparently the answer. That's crazy. The lake island of René Levasseur and the Manicouagan, probably. I don't know. I used to say just like Manicouagan, but it's probably like Manicouagan. Reservoir are together colloquially. Oh my god, I literally cannot talk. I colloquially referred to by what three-word anatomical term due to its near-perfect circular appearance as seen from space? Okay, well, I'm kind of annoyed by this because I knew the name of the island and I knew the name of the reservoir, but I don't know the colloquial name for this. Like, really? Near perfect circular appearance. Belly button lake. Like what? Uh, is it the Eye, maybe? Eye of Quebec or something? Wow, it is. Nice. Let's go. Good. The oldest bank in the world, Italy's first publicly funded university, and the Palio horse race held on the Piazza del Campo are some of the attractions located in what Tuscan town associated with Renaissance artists Simone Martini and Duccio. This is Siena. I've actually been to Siena. It was like a week before the Palio. They were doing a bunch of like trial races and things. It was super, super cool. Very beautiful place. What fifth longest river in India, good lord, known as the lifeline of Madhya Pradesh and Gujarat, forms the traditional boundary between North and South India? This is interesting, actually, because this came up recently, the whole boundary between North and South India thing. This came up in a trivia thing, and we were like, none of us had like ever heard of the river before. And I'm still not going to remember the name of it because it's really not that like prominent of a river, but um yeah, I'm trying to remember the name, but I don't think I'm going to get it. A waterfall in Uganda where the Nile River violently plunges through a wide gorge, and an Australian meteorite that is believed to contain the oldest solid material found on Earth. Both share what name? I mean, waterfall in Uganda, I say Murchison. And it is nice, Murchison Falls. Located not far from the Boyoma Falls, Stanleyville is the former name of what large inland port, the capital of Chopo province? We are in the DRC. This should be Kisangani. The three-level geocode standard developed by the European Union to divide its territory into comparable regions for collecting and harmonizing EU regional statistics is best known by what four-letter acronym? Is this nuts? Yeah, shout out nuts. Claimed by the U.S. under the Guano Islands Act, what small unincorporated territory in the Caribbean Sea between Jamaica and Haiti has been administered as a national wildlife refuge since 1999 due to its significant biodiversity? Is this like Navassa Island? Nice, good. Rolling plains, cork oak forests, and vineyards are characteristic of what breadbasket region of Portugal? The districts of Beja, Évora, and Porto Alegre are located in this region. I'm guessing it's Alentejo. Nice. Name either the two northernmost Canadian civilian communities that were created in 1953 to assert Canadian sovereignty in the high Arctic. The stations of Alert and Eureka are not considered civilian settlements as they are used for non-civilian purposes. Okay, ultra north Canada cities. How about Griesfjord? Griesfjord, nice and resolute, is the other one. Commonly translated as a county, what is the primary administrative division of Romania? In Romanian, it's called a județ. The Tulou, a series of rural dwellings consisting of massive fortified rammed earth buildings in China's Fujian province, were built between the 12th and 20th centuries by what Han sub-ethnic group, primarily centered on Guangdong, Fujian, and Jiangxi provinces? A Han sub-ethnic group. It's not like the Wu. That's not Han at all. I have no idea, to be honest. The Angola-Namibia border is primarily formed by the Okavango River in the east, and what river in the west? The Epupa and Ruacana Falls both lie on this river that shares its name with an Angolan province and a Namibian region. A Namibian region, huh? Okay. This is probably guessable then. Erongo, Oshikoto, Oshana, um, Kavango? Oh wait, that's just the Okavango. Um, okay, what are the other ones? Ohangwena? Dude. Hardop, that's too far south. Karas is also south. What are the other regions in North Namibia? It's not Ojozonjupa, surely. No. Dude, am I gonna like forget the one Namibian region that I need to remember? I think I might genuinely. It's not the Kubango, is it? Oh, no, that's also the Okavango. God damn it. Um, I don't know the provinces of Angola, other than Kwando Kubango and like Moshiko, but I don't think that's right either. Am I really gonna miss this? What's the northwest Namibian region called? Is that Orongo or is there's another one there, right? Oh, this is so embarrassing. Oh man, okay. I need to just relearn the Namibian regions because this is really bad. Well, are there any other like O ones that I haven't said? I said Oshikoto, Oshana, Ohangwena. Is there another one? This is so bad. Wow. Yeah, that's really rough. I don't remember. Ukiyo-e artist Hiroshige made a series of woodcut prints titled The 53 Stations of the What? Literally meaning Eastern Sea Circuit, this term historically referred to Japan's most important highway during the Edo period, and today refers to the high-speed rail line connecting Tokyo and Shin Osaka stations. That's insane. I have absolutely no clue. I don't know if I should know that, but I very much don't know that. I mean, presumably it's not Shinkansen. No, it is not. What geological formation in Morrill County, Nebraska, served as a road landmark for travelers on the Oregon, California, and Mormon trails? It is featured on the reverse side of Nebraska's state quarter. Presumably Chimney Rock. Good. What Paris of the Antilles served as the capital of Haiti from 1811 to 1820? Citadelle La Ferrière, considered the largest fortress in the Americas, was built on a mountaintop, sometimes visible from this city. Is it Cap-Haïtien? Yes, it is. Nice. Originating near Addis Ababa, what river flows through the Great Rift Valley before ending its course in Lake Abe on the border with Djibouti? The remains of the Australopithecus lucy were discovered in the Afar Depression of this river's valley. Wow, I did not even know there was a river here. What? Dang. There's a river here? The Afar Depression. I had no idea that there was like a river valley in this area. That's crazy. I don't know. What Arabic term refers to the traditional irrigation system and network used primarily in Oman and the UAE to transport water from underground aquifers to homes and farms using gravity? Arabic term. Yeah, again, absolutely no idea. The field of biospeleology, also known as cave biology, traces its origins to what Slovenian cave system where the blind cave beetle Leptodyrus hokenwarti was first discovered in 1832. This discovery challenged the notion that caves were lifeless. Um, hmm. I've heard of Scotian. No, that's not what it's called. What's the cave in? It's not going to be the same thing anyway. I think this one's no. Isn't Scotian caves a thing? I don't know. It's clearly not the right thing anyway. There's a cave in like um man, I don't even remember the name of what am I trying to think of? This is really embarrassing. Okay, I need to brush up on my subdivisions because I'm not even remembering the name of the municipality I'm trying to think of. Postoina maybe? Anyway, there's a cave somewhere that's famous, but I think it's famous because it has like a fortress in it. There's another cave that's like further west, I think, in the like karst area that's probably the right answer, but there's no way I'm going to remember the name of it. A type of prehistoric burial mound common in the Pontic-Caspian steppe, and a linguistic hypothesis that identifies the Yamnaya culture as a potential source for the spread of Indo-European languages give their name to what modern-day Russian city and oblast. This is Kurgan. Considered one of the world's largest stilt villages, what Beninese town built entirely on water was founded by the Tofinu people? Alternatively, you may provide the name of the lake on which this Venice of Africa was built. This is famous, and this came up in a tournament I played maybe a week and a half ago, and I absolutely do not remember the name of it because it's not Cotonou, and it's definitely not Porto Novo, and it's a thing, and it's famous historically, but I have no clue what it's called. The Futa Jalon, a plateau region that serves as the primary source for many rivers, is located in what country? This country is also the namesake of a densely forested highlands region that extends into neighboring countries. I don't know. Guinea, maybe? Okay, yeah, I was like, it's one of the West African ones. Serving as the administrative and religious center for a district, what word of Tibetan origin refers to a distinct type of fortress monastery found primarily in Bhutan and Tibet. Often located on hills, they are characterized by whitewashed walls and intricate woodwork. Should be called a dzong, like dzongka. Well, I mean, I assume those words are related. Inaugurated in 2024, which 678 meter tall skyscraper in Kuala Lumpur has been recognized as the world's second tallest building after the Burj Khalifa. It's called like Merdeka 118, I think. Nice. What train service that travels between Adelaide and Darwin is renowned as one of the world's greatest rail journeys? One etymology claims its name honors the Cameleers from a certain country that helped build infrastructure in the Australian outback. Don't have a clue. And finally, considered overdue for an eruption since its last major prolonged event occurred in 1918. What Icelandic volcano is capped by the Mýrdalsjökull? A recent Netflix series named for this volcano follows the residents of Vik dealing with the aftermath of a year-long eruption. I mean, Vik is on the south coast. Is it like Skaftafell? Is that a volcano? Nope. Or is it like, is it Vatnajökull? No, it's like glacier, right? Um, what is it called? Wow, this is another skill issue. 45 is, it's not a terrible score, but this probably feels like my worst performance of the quiz series. Not only based off of my raw score, but based off of how many things that I 100% know and cannot remember the names of. There's probably about 10 things in here that are like just bad that I'm missing. Like I don't apparently I need to do a lot of review because this is like there's stuff in here that's like I absolutely know this and it is not coming to my head. So I'm going to go ahead and give up I think with 45, which is down from 54 in quiz 3 and 50 in quiz 4. So yeah, I fell off a little bit unfortunately, but yeah, we'll see how gettable those remaining questions actually were. Nadi is the Fiji one. I'm not getting that. Biogeographic realm. Fine. Okay. Or ecozone. I don't feel that bad about missing that. Tahoma? Never would have gotten that. I mean, Tahoma I know as a town on Lake Tahoe. I don't know it as... I certainly don't know it as a word for Mount Rainier. And I also, honestly, I'm not even sure I knew that was a font at all. So wasn't going to get that. The Golden Horn. Okay, that's easy. I... Yeah. Oh no. Okay, that's really bad. I don't know how I forgot that. That's... I have no excuse for missing that. The Saronic Gulf. Heard of it. Should know it. Don't know it. Kuwait City, apparently, is the water towers. Did not realize that it had famous water towers, but I guess I know that now. Puerto Rico. That's really... That's quite easy as well, I feel like, in comparison to the rest of the stuff in here. That is, I think that's not a difficult question. I just, I don't know names of things in Puerto Rico, apparently, but that's, yeah, that's a very, very gettable one. Buru, that is exactly what I thought it was. Four-letter island that I think is roughly circular in the Maluku Islands, but like I said, was not going to remember the name of it. Okay, so the city actually was not in Scotland. It was in freaking Canada. So that's unfortunate. Yeah. I realized kind of at the end, is like, oh, wait a second. Like, this doesn't actually have to be in Scotland. So Calgary. I mean, that makes sense. I was not on the right track there. The Diego Ramirez Islands, I don't think I've heard of those before. That's very tough. Chinampa is the Aztec thing. Again, heard of it. Don't feel terrible for not pulling it, but I should still know it. Sastrugi, I have never heard that word in my life. Rishikesh is hard, and apparently Rishi is the sage thing, not guru, so that was the complete wrong track. Wasn't getting that either. A Coruña, apparently, is where the Tower of Hercules is. Good to know. Could have kept guessing coastal cities in that part of the world, and it eventually probably would have worked, but yeah, realistically, I should just know it. Jebel Barkal, I've heard of that. I think it's in like Civ 5 or Civ 6 because I definitely recognize the name, but I don't think I've heard it in any other context than that. So that's quite hard. The Narmada River, yep, that was the one. Again, that recently came up. I have no excuse for not remembering that, but I didn't remember it. Um, Hakka. Hakka is a Han subgroup. That's interesting. I thought that was a separate ethnic group. I didn't think that was Han at all. Because like I know that like Hakka Chinese is spoken in Taiwan as well. Um, but I didn't think it was a Han thing. So yeah, that's a failure on my part. Kunene, yep, that's the other region that I couldn't remember the name of. I knew that was gonna happen. I think it is the northwest one in Namibia, and it was like I said, it was like the one region I couldn't remember the name of. Um, Tokaido, I've never heard of. That's very tough. Awash, I mean, I guess that's an appropriate name for a river, but I don't think I've heard of that either. Falaj or Aflaj is the irrigation system in Oman and the UAE. Never heard of it. Postoina. Is that literally what I said? Or no, that was what I was trying to think of, but I said something else, didn't I? Did I say Postoina? Or did I say this is exactly the word this is what I was trying to think of, but I think first of all, I didn't think it was actually called that. I think I knew it was in that municipality, but I thought it was called something else. And second of all, I feel like I said something else. I was trying to think of Postoina, and I think I remembered it as something else because my memory is failing me, and I need to remember the Slovenian stuff because it's been ages since I studied it. Ganvier. Actually, I do not think that that is what I was trying to think of. I think there's another famous historical town in Benin, but I don't think that's what it is. So I was just wrong about that too. The Gan apparently is the Australian thing. I'm never ever getting that. And then Katla. I was fully expecting to have heard of the Icelandic volcano, but I do not believe I have heard of that either. That is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. Okay, easiest of the converted questions on the quiz was apparently the Karakum Desert at 56%. You can go down and take a look at the rest of the get rates. 7% on Aldabra. Interesting. Wow. I I did not think that that was that hard. Wow. I guess to me Aldabra was one of the easiest ones on the quiz, but I guess I guess Aldabra is a lot more obscure than I thought. I thought the tortoises were pretty famous, and it's a very large atoll, but okay, good to know. Yeah, my idea of what's easy and what's not is clearly very off base. Alentejo being hard makes sense. I knew that was difficult. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. Yeah, cool. Puerto Rico was the easiest one that I missed, which makes perfect sense. That was super gettable. Apparently Tokaido was gettable, which is kind of crazy because I have fully never heard of that. Tahoma too, apparently, man. Golden Horn only 19, but I do think that that's not crazy hard. And then yeah, now we get to the crazy ones. We got some 7%ers. Narmada I should have pulled, but the rest of these I don't feel super bad about. 4% on these. Calgary, yeah. Ecozone, yeah. I mean, these are super tough. And then there are a few 0%ers. The Diego Ramirez Islands, yep, as expected, very hard. Falaj, and then Jebel Barkal. Jebel Barkal I should know because I've heard of it, but I've never like actually looked up what it is. So, yeah, good to know now. Won't forget it. Well, actually, that's not true. I probably will forget it, but I'll try not to at least. But yeah, that's going to do it for this series of quizzes, unless he decides to at some point bring this back. But either way, I really, really enjoyed these quizzes. It was 380 questions, I think, total of very difficult and also very interesting geography. Most of these were super fun, and yes, they were really hard, but some of them were like you may think you don't know this, and then you think about it for a bit and you realize you do, kind of thing. So, yeah, I really enjoyed playing through these. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed watching me do the same. And again, if you have any suggestions for geography quizzes or otherwise that you would like me to try in the future, then I am all ears. But yeah, that's going to be it for me in this one. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.